Welcome back to the Bandai Card Games Fest 2024-25 World Tour in Manila, and we are now fast approaching the semifinals for this tournament. And again, my name is Marcus, also known as Maximus, and I'm with.
RJ Jacinto, and now we are in the semifinals, and these are the top four.
Wow.
Still a very diverse top four. One Doflamingo, one Bonney, one P Luffy, and one BY Luffy.
So I'm actually pretty excited to see this next match. We're going to talk about Black Yellow Luffy and also a Green Bonney matchup. I know a lot of you guys are actually saying that it's a one-sided match. Bonney has the upper hand. But again, let's not forget that these players have a lot of experience, have a lot of practices, have a lot of ways for them to be able to win matches over matches, even in bad matchups as well. So now we're going to talk about Gids versus Draftera fighting for the semifinals. Who will be the top two or the champion between these two?
So now we have seen Draftera dropping Baby 5. So typical start for a Bonney player looking for those boss cards that can withhold BY Luffy's transformation, or at least prevent him from attacking. So let's see what will be Luffy's answer to this. He just passed, even though he do have, I think he have a Garp.
All right. And now he's actually searching for the top five using Baby 5. And he got the first Doflamingo of the game.
Wow.
Pretty early for that search.
The question now is how many Doflamingo does Raftera has in his deck? Because he's the winner of GAO PH.
Yes.
Before,
that's right.
During GAO, he only has 2 Doflamingos, and he managed to use those during the finals.
That's right. So Raf is actually, using his potential on his deck building from that tournament. But,
That's true.
Pass is the pass from GAO PH. I know he's the champion, but will he be able to survive Gids' experience as well? Gids is well known to win multiple flagships, different locations here in the Philippines. Not just the Philippines, he also plays different Southeast Asian countries as well. So he has experience against Bonney as well, even though that, Bonney has the upper hand on this matchup.
So now Gids decided to use his Garp now. I think, thinking of getting that Rocket Luffy. He went for the Luffy kid now.
All right. He got the younger Luffy. What will be the next play? A Flampe, early Flampe, getting that bottom life, drawing one. What did he get? A Searcher. I wasn't able to see the other one.
I think that's
card.
a Moria. I think I saw a Moria. Or no. Yeah, I think
it is a Moria.
So a Searcher and a Moria. He got that from the life and the draw from the top deck. Raftera searching for another. Oh, he missed.
He missed with the search. Actually, I've actually read some discussion, all right, about leaving those searchers. I know it's actually pretty painful to see that, your opponent keeps on searching. That's an additional hand card. But I was able to understand that leaving those searchers gives them some bad draws as well, because they are they are putting a lot of cards, or they could possibly put a lot of cards that they needed at the bottom of their deck.
That is true.
All right, so maybe that's the reason why Gids did not try to attack that searcher.
That is true, but the question now is, does Raftera has a lot of Doflamingo characters that he needs to search, because he knows his deck. If he found out that maybe he have counted all those bottom decks or the cards that he have bottomed already, there will be times that he has to put a pause on using that Baby 5. But until now, as of now, I think he's looking for those multiple Doflamingo pieces. And I think his deck list, if he's using Doflamingo, doesn't use a Sexoro. That's why he's looking for that chain Doflamingo. I'm not sure, we haven't seen the deck list yet. So he's opting to rest Garp there. He went for the leader instead of Baby 5.
And there you go. He went for the Baby 5 after that Flampe. Well played there by Gids.
Another flampe.
Oh, no, it's a Hiyori.
Ayori, I'm
So
sorry.
he will have,
He managed to get Kid Luffy here.
that's right, and he will have the option to transform, getting that Luffy 5 cost that gives you, or that trashes life and draws you a card. He prompted.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Well, he doesn't have, there's no additional threats on
That
board.
is true.
So that's actually a pretty good play there by Gids.
That also can be thing that we can discuss about. Whether do you have that urgency to go to zero life? I mean, Raftera's board is not that threatening, so you really don't have to just buff into a 9K leader right now, right away. I'm not sure. Maybe that Moria gave Gids this urge to go into zero life as fast as possible. But we have to see what will be Raftera's answer to that one. He only have Rocinante 2 cost on his field right now.
That's right. And possibly the reason why Gids did that is because he has multiple younger 3 brothers on his hand.
That is true.
Why not become more aggressive, attack bigger power to your opponent, transforming into a bigger leader or bigger powered leader, right? Just to make sure that Raph won't be able to pressure him with those 5K attacks, right? He wants Raph to commit some dawns
That is.
just to make sure that he will be able to ask for a card or for a life,
Okay.
right? For a life card or a hand card
Also,
for a life card.
It's possible that he's going to 1 so that he won't have to trash any life cards when he use that Raigo if Raftera drops a big character.
That's right. So there will be so much value from that Raigo from the later turn. But now Raph chooses to use that Bonney search, getting a blocker. Right. So much value from this Borsalino. I think that's Bartholom. Bartho blocker. Since every single time that you will rest a character, you'll be able to filter your hand cards. And now he prompts to go for a 6K onto the guard that might try to attack later on onto this game. And there you go. Bartho play from Raph just to make sure that he will be able to defend those searchers on the board. This is actually a pretty tough match for Raph now, since he's now playing defensive against a black-yellow Luffy deck.
Well, whoa. Is Gids passing without playing anything? I think I was thinking that he can play the Rocket Luffy. Oh, he's
There we go.
activating the leader ability, Luffy ability.
There you go. So early leader effect from Gids. What would be his 3 brothers' choice? Will it be a more aggressive choice, or will he play multiple Sabos this turn? Since there's no threat, there's no big
There's really
threat
no
on
threat
Raftera's board. There's no big attacker. There's no Cavendish as well. There's no blocker that's 7K, which is Hawkins. So this is actually a pretty good spot for Gids.
That is true.
Especially there's a lot of players here in the venue that's telling, oh, it's a bad matchup. But Gids is actually doing really well.
I think he'll gonna play Rocket Luffy here with Sabo.
All right, now
He can KO Barto, and drawing 1 that opens up the attacks for Jewelry Bonney.
That's right. Activates the leader effect. Plays one of the younger Luffys, prompting to use that Luffy, Rocket Luffy. Will he target?
He's gonna target Barto so that
Barto.
Raftera won't have that filter effect.
That's right. Nice target there by Gids. He still has that Sabo. There you go. A younger Sabo play here by Gids with 2 active dons. So we can see an 11K attack. Will he do that?
That's
Okay, he
that's
will
a
go for a 9K.
That's a 9K
He'll go
attack.
for a 9K. No transformations yet. He'll try to ask. Oh, okay. That's the reason why. So
Yes.
at least Raph won't be able to rest the blocker.
Okay,
that
so
he
now
will
he'll
play.
gonna use those dons to KO that Bonney.
All
Just
right,
in case.
there you go. Flampe fighting Bonney.
Okay, now Raf gave it up. Oh, is he looking for a transformation or just...
Yep,
Oh,
another
he went for
transformation. The salvo
transformation.
blocker here gives you the filter, draws 2 cards, and trashes 2 cards here.
That's another Kid Luffy and a Flampe from that. I think he's going to be trashing the bigger ones here. Let's see. Oh, he opted to go for Luffy.
The younger Luffy, yep.
The younger Luffy and Rocket Luffy.
All right, so now he has multiple 2K hand cards, 2K counter hand cards here.
So that means that Gids will going to play Moria next turn.
That's right, but let's not forget that...
He can't. He's not yet 10 dons. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but let's not forget that if Raph has that Zoro on his arsenal,
Yeah,
that's a different story, right?
Well, I haven't seen a build yet in OP-09 that has Zoro and Doflamingo as well as Shanks in their deck, because usually Zoro is replaced with Shanks, and we have seen Shanks in the hand of Raftera.
Oh, that's an early kid, 8 cost. He did not activate.
He do have Raigo.
Yes, he does have Raigo. He did not activate the ability, so Rocinante won't be able to save kids,
Yes.
the character Kid 8. Okay, but the question is, will he try to force to transform here? Because, you know, you have to make sure that your opponent doesn't run Hody Jones as well. And if Ralph runs Hody Jones, that will be a GG for Gids, right?
Wait, he's now. He can play the. I think he's not playing the Raigo now. He's a 10 don. So he's gonna go for. He's considering that as well as the Moria play.
Yep, that's right. So it depends. What will be the best play here? So
I'm thinking that he can go for Raigo and then play some Kid just to buff
younger,
up.
yep.
Yeah,
That's right. Because you still have 8 Dons. So Raigo is
That
at
is
6
true.
cost. One younger attacker. So actually, that would be the best play. That would be the best play. You'll be able to buff your leader up until 7K. You will have 1 life left if you transform, right?
Oh, Gids might be saving the Raigo for
The Kid.
the 10 cost Dofi.
Probably.
He knows that Raftera has that 10 cost Dofi.
Or maybe he's thinking, oh, there might be a Zoro, right?
That is true.
Zoro deserves that Raigo better than the Kid 8.
That is
Because he
true.
can attack the Kid 8 for 11K continuously. And he
Checking
can
out.
also play Rocket Luffy to kill that Rocinante for the later game.
That is true. So I think that will be the play here. He'll gonna KO Rocinante with that Rocket Luffy, and then maybe use Raigo after. But the next play for Raftera, I think, would be a Doflamingo, unless there's more. There's a card that would say, okay, I want, because at this point, 2 Luffys, the leader Luffy and the 8 cost Luffy, or 8K Luffy, will be rested. So those are juicy targets for Doflamingo.
All right, so now it is actually a matter of right decisions here for Gids. He might try to attack here using, oh, well, definitely he will attack. All right, so that's an 8K to the leader. Raph will rest the leader instead of the blocker. Okay, that's a good choice. And then Raph will now check if it deserves a counter, or he'll just take the life. Now he's just checking if there's a ace 5 cost. That will rush down his life cards as well. All right, it took it. And that would be a 2K counter.
I think that's a baby 5, right?
Maybe 5 2K counter. So Gids still thinking if the Raigo is a better play, plus a younger 3-brother, or a Moria with a transformation of 9K instead, right? This is actually, this decision is tough as well. Oh,
Wow.
he will attack using that Sabo.
Wow,
And there you
Gids
go,
is
guards
getting super
for 2K.
aggressive here.
That's right. And there you go. A Moria play, playing two younger three brothers, playing Sabo and a Luffy. Trashing. Yeah, there you go. They got mixed up. That's perfectly fine. Leader ability.
I think he'll gonna go for Rocket Luffy,
Yep.
killing that, KOing that Rocinante.
Yep. That is actually one of the best plays here. Killing the Rocinante so no one can
Is
protect
that
the
another
Kid 8.
Raigo? I think he managed to get another Raigo. Oh,
No,
that's another
the
Moria. Wow.
But he will still be able to filter, throwing away through two.
Wow, 3 Morias. Gids can now chain Oh, he managed to get all of his Moria, so Gids has a fighting chance here. Relentless 11k attacks. Moria can be attacking gonna be 9k. You have Luffy attacking for 8k. Wow.
All right. So now we're waiting for Raftera's decision here. He's on a really tight spot, so he's now at 10 Dons.
Oh, wait. Raftera also has 3 Doflamingo 10.
Oh, that's a good.
Wow, we're gonna see a
Good draw.
boss battle here.
But will that be enough to stop? Right? Will that be
Definitely.
enough to stop Gids? Because don't forget that Raf won't be able to activate that Kid 8
That is true.
if he plays that Doflamingo.
That is true. That is true.
Right? So still a tough decision here from Raf. That
So,
early Kid 8 is still, pretty good play, right? Since you have a threat on your board, but you will have less opportunities or less, less options at the later part of the game since, you have 3 Dolphy 10s on hand. So I think what Raf will do here is he will try to play defensive, all right? Activate that Kid 8's ability, attack for a 9K, and then play a blocker. But is there a blocker though?
I'm not
I wasn't able to see.
sure.
Oh,
he went for
he went for the Doflamingo. So he stunned both the leaders and also the
Luffy.
5 cost that turns to an 8K.
That is true. But now he's open. He can be attacked with by the
Moria,
Moria.
the
Now,
Sabo.
he can also attack with Sabo because he can force trash it when he played another Moria.
That is right. So now does have the option to play safe. He'll play the Moria, but again, he needs to be careful because Raf might be able to get that Zoro 9.
Oh. The
All right.
question now, will he have that timing to get that Raigo?
That's right. But still, he can still.
He can actually also go for Raigo, KOing Doflamingo.
transform to 7K, leave one
Yes.
lifeguard,
That is true.
right? So he's probably still thinking if Raf still has that, Zoro 9. He can attack though. No Bonney leader skill available since, 10 Dons was used to play that Doflamingo. Raf thinking if he needs to guard this, I think he needs to guard this though.
That is true. There are some situation here that he don't need to guard this. If he can take out that Moria, but because he doesn't know that Gids also have multiple Morias,
That's right.
so he's banking that. Oh, okay, so Raft took that damage, and
Right.
now with that, Gids is I think going for that Moria play.
All right, I think that's the play that he's trying to prompt. But again, Raigo's still a good option. Just to remove that Kid 8. Less defensive play next turn, right?
That is true. Because at that point, your attacker is only a Kid 8 and Bonney leader. Because you won't gonna be attacking with Sabo.
That's right.
So you're gonna block the bigger attack. And then if he plays another he can go to 7K now. So the bigger attack can just be blocked, or at least a 2K counter.
There's a reason why Gids is not, trying to prompt with that Raigo probably. Because he doesn't have multiple 2K counters on hand.
That is true.
All right, so he might not be able to guard, and he might lose one of those three brothers on trash, and will be added onto the bottom of the deck.
That is true.
Because again, for those who doesn't know, Black Yellow Luffy has this certain ability that whenever you take life, and if the card or the life card is facing up, instead of putting it on your trash, it will go to the bottom of your deck. All right, so Moria play was chosen by Gids, playing another Sabo and as well as a younger Luffy. Trashing another Moria. There you go.
He's trashing the Moria, so he's looking to finish this game. I think next turn, because again, you're in the ticking time clock now.
That's right.
You have shown that there's a lot of kids now in the trash, and you have shown that you basically took one of your Resurrector.
That's right.
So let's see.
Oh,
here.
now I get it. Now I get it. Probably Gids will just use the Raigo once Raph activates the ability
Yeah.
of Kid 8.
But that's hoping that he doesn't have a Rocinante again. In his hand.
Exactly. One big problem if he has Rocinante. And multiple blockers as well.
Oh, Raph, I don't think he has so many that many counters. I saw two Dofi. I think the other green card is Hody Jones.
Uh-huh.
So he might go for Hody here.
Oh, okay. That's a good option. But again, he will...
Wait, I'm not sure if that's Hody. I think that is Hody.
Yeah, it
right?
is Hody
It is
Jones.
Hody
But again,
Jones.
let's not forget that Gids has multiple hand cards. And he's at 9K.
Yeah, 10,
So the Hody play will just give you an option, give you
multiple 10K only.
multiple attacks. But again, it only requires, 1K counters or 2K counters.
That is true.
So Raph needs to think this carefully. All right, so now I think did we see any blockers from Raph's hand though? So he can play safe.
I'm not sure.
Two-
Though Flamingo
Two Hody Jones.
to Hody
Wow.
Jones. I think that's a third one. There's a third one, I think.
So multiple 0 counters.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many counters. This is really bad for Raph, especially that Gids has multiple Morias. Gids can also transform and go for ace here. He do have one big ace on the trash. The question is, does he have a kid ace in the trash as well?
All right,
So,
now he's gonna go for. Is he gonna go for 10K? 10K to the leader to check
10K
the
to
hand.
the
If there's a
leader.
2K counter, there is a Machino.
there is
also
also
a flop
pay.
pay.
Two
All right.
Machinos. So
All right.
3 2K counters.
So there's multiple 2K counters. There you go, a guard. So Raph will now think if he will play that Hody Jones or a different play now, okay? Not attacking for 9K, 1K counter requirement. He will try to guard with a plan pay for a 2K counter. So 8 Dons available or 9 Dons available.
He went for 5.
All right. And,
Cavendish.
Cavendish. All right, for a 12 Don play here. Is there a blocker, though? Will there be a blocker, or will he attack for another 10K? Oh, he attacked for another 10K,
I
showing
think
that it's just not you who's a threat. I'm also putting or applying some pressure against you. I wanted those hand cards. 3 2K counters were already wasted for this turn.
The problem now is Raph doesn't have that many counters. Gids can just counter check it with multiple 9K.
That's right. That is right. So let's see if he will.
Oh, he now goes for Raigo for the kid.
Oh,
Now it's
no.
The gates
Raph's
are now open. Going for multiple 9Ks. Oh, he didn't.
Go for,
He's gonna go for multiple 9Ks.
9Ks. There you
It's
go.
gonna transform.
He's gonna rest the other Moria. Okay.
Yes.
Less big attackers.
The question now is, does he have what it takes to counter this one?
Well, let's see. Let's see. He didn't take the life yet.
I don't think he has enough counters to take one, to guard this one, because Luffy can also attack with an 8K, and then the leader can go up to 9K, I think. if he opt for that transformation or just gonna go vanilla 9K.
All right, most probably. He will just try to go for lethal here. If Raph takes this 9K, he might go for another 9K from the Luffy. Or he might, oh, well, the best play here is just to transform, you know, to a 7K and then attack for another 9K. So,
Raph
well
is
played.
bluffing here.
I love what Raph's doing here. He's trying to bluff Gids to stop the attacks for the, but again, there's no sense for Gids not to attack Raph here. Another 8K. Is
and
it
a
game?
counter check.
Okay.
So that's an 8K. That's a 9K.
Okay, that's a guard. Okay, that's a good guard. But again, there's still one more attacker or three more attackers.
Three more attackers here.
So what Gids will do here is he'll just transform. All right, transform. Use the lead.
The question now is, does he have an ace? Oh, he goes for ace. He has an ace kid on his hand, so he's gonna go for 9K with a 7K ace.
All right, younger ace still in hand. Play the ace. Transform. Yep, transform.
Go
Leader
for a
is at
7K. Go for a 7K.
And there you go.
Whoa!
Gids takes that semifinals against
Raph.
Raph.
Wow.
Well played by Gids.